Hey Taurus, welcome into your reading. Let's go ahead and take a look at the week ahead, which is like, what do we want to say? The 20th over, like the 18th onward. Third week, I guess I want to say. Even if we did the third week, we could do it again. But no, the third going into the fourth week of August, because the following readings, I'm going to be doing them on vacation in Europe. So, the scenery in the background is going to be quite different. So if I have a little bit of technical issues, please forgive me. The VPN is not going to be the United States. So there's that. What's the situation with Taurus, please? It's about marriage and commitment, but it's sideways. So it's on your mind. It's weighing on you. I don't know if it's a positive thing or a negative thing. I don't know, and I'll know when I clarify. So the second, I don't know, but what I'm vibing, a lot of you are making decisions on a marriage and a commitment. All right. And you're starting to take actions behind whatever you're doing. Meaning, like, if you're thinking about divorcing somebody and getting into another relationship with somebody else, or just the proceedings of divorce, you're taking those actions. You're starting to move in that direction. And you probably are doing it now because Mercury has gone direct. And now you're saying, fuck that. I am cleaning house. I am doing what's right for me. And the closer you get to Libra, like Libra, sign, zone, whatever, their ruling planet, Venus, is the same as yours, the more you will feel energized to make those changes in your relationships that will be fulfilling you in the realm of love. All right. Now, that means you're either got to get out of this or this is how you're feeling to get into one. So it's one or the other. And I'm going to see when I clarify, but that's the main theme and concept. All right. And then this Eight of Wands means you're doing something where it's taking action between you and someone else, or you doing something with yourself to make those moves happen. So it's like also work wise, right? You are committed to your career, but now you think you want to elevate or change, and you've been loyal to this place for 18 years, but you're starting to realize, like, well, what am I getting in return? Nothing. So I'm going to put my resumes out there, and things are happening. Things are shaking. All right. Let me tell you, when the eclipse is 2 seconds away, you're going to really clean house. And you're going to say, good friggin' bye. It's so funny because I just posted like this energy I was feeling about you guys in my Instagram stories. So when you see like a lot of like spiritual enlightenment story stuff in my stories on Instagram, it's because what I'm vibing for that sign currently. All right, so what's coming in towards my Taurus, please? Okay, my loves, you got the Five of Wands in reverse. I'm loving that and I'm digging that. I'm so proud of you guys because I know this has been a long time coming for a lot of you. It's been an uphill battle, big challenges for you. You've been through karmic cycles. You've actually been through hell and back, right? So I hate to say something as bad as this, but it's not bad for you, but it's bad in general what you've been through. Some of you have actually had deaths in the family. Some of you had to suffer the death of a marriage or a commitment. Some of you had to, survive the death and challenges of a job or career. Something you had to put to bed and say goodbye to. It was never easy for you. And you were going through those ups and downs and all those challenges. I'm getting to my point with your card. 1 second. For a reason. It was to get to you to this point where you are today, because I keep saying, and I keep beating a dead horse, like this is the year of change. Yeah, we get it. But moreover for you, Taurus, you have been being built up. The universe has been building you up because you tend to be a little bit rigid in your life circumstances. You don't like change. You don't like to move things. It works. It's not broken. It doesn't need to be fixed. Leave it alone, right? But in this case, you were letting things that were broken and stay like that for you. While you weren't broken, they were breaking. They were changing. They were being like horrible and fucked up to you, and you were living in it. And you know what? The universe is like, if you don't change your ways, Taurus, if you don't be amenable or flexible or start living your truth or start being genuine with yourself on your life and your desires, you're going to be stuck in this shit. So they kept giving you these karmic cycles. Those cycles went away this year. The crash and burn was happening now with the Mercury retrogrades and all these fucked up planets going backwards and shit. And especially more, you have some more lessons yet to come. But now you're understanding. Now you're processing. Now the blocks and obstacles are lifting. All those challenges, because each wand was representing a challenge, a competition, a hustle, an argument, a fight. It's going away. It's dissipating. It's leaving. Things are getting easier and smoother because now the universe is backing you up and saying, okay, they're shifting, they're changing. Taurus is like, going about it the right way. And look at this. Ace of Swords. Putting your truths out, putting all your cards on the table. I'm loving this stuff, guys. And I think that like once you process this mentally, I think you rush and go communicate this with your person. Be like, look, I think I want a divorce because I want to live my life this way. I know if I'm a happy mom or a happy dad, I'm going to have happy kids. I'm going to have happy friends and I'm going to have a happy lifestyle. My vibration's going to change. Everything's going to change. Everything's going to be great and wonderful. I mean, realistically, it's not going to be great and wonderful. You know that, but you also know that it's going to be better. Your world will be brighter. What is it that Taurus doesn't see coming their way? For those of you where it's about getting into a relationship with somebody or marrying them, it's the same difference. Maybe it was somebody that your family won't look at like, oh, I don't know about her or him. You're not going to care. Others of you who already have a family and you're being bothered by your family, like your extended family, like brother, sister, whatever, you're definitely going to be like, oh, hold on. No, we're not doing that no more. You're going to rush in and communicate and you're going to do what you got to do, Taurus. And this is going to bring in that healing. First of all, you already made those changes. You already said some stuff. You did some stuff. You broke some stuff. And now this is the other side of that. This is you moving forward with your choices and decisions. And let me tell you, I don't know how long you guys have been following me, but it's been a couple years, guys, years, where I kept seeing twos. And I'm like, holy shit, Taurus. Why am I seeing these twos every week, week after week after week? Finally, hallelujah, I'm sitting here seeing, wow, they're implementing the changes. They've decided. They're moving on. And this is what I'm talking about. The universe has been conditioning you because you kept being pushed into a corner to decide, right? And now you have. And it's an uncomfortable feeling and it's a new phenomenon for you. And it's very different that finally it's an epiphany where you're like, I'm going to go Russian. I don't care who I knock over to say what I got to say because I got to do me. And I'm starting to heal mentally, emotionally, physically, everything. All right, what's the advice here for my Taurus, please? The Temperance card, which is Saggy energy. I have the Hierophant, which is also Taurus energy. See, you guys are traditionalists. That's why this is your card. And that's what this card is, tradition. You don't like to break tradition, but in this case, you've been conditioned to do so. Anyway, listen, just be patient. This is your advice now, okay? Be patient for the balance. I get it. There's two people here that you're involved with. One air, one earth. One like you, one not like you at all. Both available, both upright. And then the 10 of Pentacles, which is either a job that pays you really fucking well, or this is about a marriage and a commitment. And or a commitment, one or the other, like boyfriend, girlfriend, solid. We'll see what they're talking about when I clarify this in a little bit. But you know what? You do need to find your balance here with this dynamic because you've been losing it thus far. All right? Maybe you need more information. Maybe you need to seek more counsel. All right, what's the outcome of the week for Taurus, please? Oh, the Queen of Cups. There you are. You go in your heart space. I love that. You are emotionally mature and available, Taurus. Tells me so right there. Oh my God, you're totally upgrading with somebody, but you're also stuck. So again, some of you are like married, committed, but you want to elevate another relationship and get out of this one. Others of you, you want to get out of some shitty ass job because it looks like there's another place that you can create a great and wonderful foundation, right? You have love here for somebody. This is an elevation. This is going from lover to boyfriend and girlfriend, or moving in together, or buying a house together, or getting engaged or getting married. That's why this is over here and this is over here. If you're not involved in a marriage or a commitment, then you're obviously moving forward with someone here in a relationship. Something good, something solid, something wonderful. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's clarify the Hierophant. The Hierophant, please clarify, why is this here? All right. I have the Five of Wands again in reverse. Whatever deterrent you had regarding a marriage and a commitment, it gets unblocked. It gets unstuck. All right? And a lot of you could be dealing with, look at this, Aries, Cancer's back here. What else is back here? I think you start bossing up, Taurus. I think you start leading this path forward. I think you allow yourself to go down this lane. And maybe you are, going towards an Aries. We'll see. We're Cancer. I do see Sagittarius here as well, plus the air sign and the earth signs. Five of Wands in reverse, please clarify. Yeah, you definitely are healing a broken ass heart. Or something that you felt that you failed at. Yeah. And I think you do this. All right. So when these blocks, obstacles, and challenges drop, it's like almost like you're at a gate, right? And you're waiting for your flight to come in, but your flight is delayed because they can't find a crew. So you're sitting there at the goddamn gate. You're like, what the fuck? When is this crew going to come here so I can like fly out of here? Right? So there you are at the gate. Finally, an announcement comes in. The crew has arrived. They found, pilots and flight attendants and whatever. And you're like, goddamn, hallelujah. So it's like the floodgates do open. And then you rush in to do what you got to do. And you're like, yeah. And then you go in and you take your seat and all the, the bulkhead shits. That's a stupid analogy. But what I'm telling you is when these blocks, obstacle, challenges drop, you start running in to say something. I'm free. I'm out. I'm done. And then I'm going to heal myself from this tragedy. You run because you're so ultra focused on what you want to do here. And look at this. You got the Knight of Swords here in the clarifier, and in the next position, you have the same exact card. So me, I love when cards align like this because then I know I'm speaking to the right group of Taurus. Okay. There you are, as the Queen of Pentacles. That is you. You are. You're the one rushing in to say something, for a fact. Maybe they say something to you that's... But look at this. You're like, I'm nurturing, I'm kind, I'm caring, but I do need to rationalize right now my shit. But I'm going to go in and say some stuff. Because this is you dealing with other people. Funny, because I was just doing an Aries reading and it was all about them personally on a self. But for you, yes, it's about you, but it's more about who else is in your environment. I imagine there would be a lot of cross watchers on this. But even though you're rushing in to say something or they do, you're not waiting. It's just done. You do have a little bit of fear of the unknown. Some of you, if this is a new person that you're not sure where it's headed or where it's going, I already told you it's upgrading, but just to be on the safe side, if you were sitting there having a fling or an affair with someone, yeah, they feel the same way. Yeah, they feel like your soulmates. And yeah, you do take action and you do start something solid together. For me, that's a fact. Regardless if you're getting a divorce or leaving someone else or whatever, You are definitely connecting with someone else or new. You've decided. The ship has sailed. You are in that destination. That's what the Chariot was. You have a destination and you're headed in that destination. All right, what is this advice here, please, with the Kings and the Ten of Pentacles? Listen, I do see the Seven of Swords in reverse here. This means like if somebody ghosted, they go back. If there's an affair, it comes to light, right? And your advice, when I see this in the advice, it is saying don't be shady. Definitely, discuss what this is and bring it to light, because people will find out. And if they find out the wrong way, anyway, when you bring it to light, it just shows me you're going to be a lot happier. You're going to feel a lot freer, right? Maybe also for some of you, you could go back to your person that you do love or care about and discuss marriage and commitment with them. I just see that once you go back and you reveal your feelings or the things that you were hiding, brings everything back to balance. It does. All right. So what is the Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands? Please clarify. Yeah, remember I was talking about the Chariot? You have full-on focus, that you have a destination. There it is. Your destination is that you're in love with someone and you're upgrading with them. That's the destination. Full stop. And you're being positive and hopeful it's all going to work out. You're totally looking into your future. At least, here at the end of August. Fall's going to look very interesting. Once we get past Virgo season and we go into Libra, it's going to be full on love. Love bombs everywhere. All right, let me see what's going on here for romance. Those of you who watch the extended, I have 2 options now because that's what I was asked. I'm actually being asked a 3rd option. You guys are going to lose your mind when you hear this shit. Anyway, the first link is single purchase extended readings. We go into your person, their thoughts, their feelings, what they're going to do. The second link is for members. But eventually somebody asked me, and I don't know how people feel about this, but I know that there's ads on YouTube. So I could upload this video on that platform with the single purchase stuff. And this could be available for like 50 cents ad free. It's just kind of like what I pay the platform. That's it. Basically. I don't know if that's an option somebody wants. Because somebody's like, I will pay to watch this ad free. I'm like, well, I can't really, I can control a little bit of what YouTube does, but, only so much. Anyway, what's going on here for Taurus, please? Trust. Yep, all of this is definitely happening for a reason for you guys. And moreover, healing family issues. I love this because in your advice, it is talking about, coming clean or coming forward or at least discussing your plans, right? Just whatever you do, don't be sneaky. It's kind of what it's saying here. Or somebody, if they are being sneaky, you got to seek them out and see what the fuck they're doing. But you're going to heal those issues. And you know what? Also what you're doing right now, as you heal the problems that you had with your parents, you heal yourself and you end up having healthier relationships. We make so many mistakes in choosing our partner because of the way we learn love from our parents and the way they showed us how love was. And then as we grow as adults, we heal that inner part of us, that inner child. And then we realize what real love is. All right? Trust this process. It's all happening for a reason and it's all going the right direction. Now, let's see what the angels of abundance want to say to you guys in regards to love. In regards to love for Aries, please. Face your financial fears for those of you that are here for work. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you will realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear at all, and that every successful person has struggled and released these self-doubts. Try to release these self-doubts. Make yourselves magnets of finances. All right, guys, those who are wanting to see me at Extended, I'll see you over there. Everyone else, I will see you next week in a different location.